Ariel laughed, soft and low. A cool breeze teased around the edges of Bertie's very short skirt, and when she inhaled she could smell autumn leaves. She hazarded a sideways glance at him, watching the frosted fall of his hair shift over his shoulders. It was restless, wild, just like him. The tiny hairs on Bertie's arms stood on end. Of course he noticed. "Am I making you nervous, Beatrice?" "No," she managed, pleased she could match his cool tone. Ariel laughed again, and now her goosebumps had goosebumps. "I think I am." Troubled to realize he was making her nervous, Bertie reached up to touch the scrimshaw for comfort. She'd heard of people who saw double after hitting their head, or, in the case of the pirates, imbibing too much rum. Though she'd done neither, her vision blurred a bit, as if she were looking at Ariel through salt water. He still held her arm, still had his head at an earnest tilt, but beyond that mask of calm and elegance was an Ariel-shaped mass of writhing, snake-like tendrils. Scarves and streamers moved swiftly, weaving in and out among each other, reaching out to tug at her clothes and pull her toward them. They spoke in silk hisses of the desperate need roiling under the surface of his skin, and their whispers stole the breath from her lungs. "Let me go." Bertie pinched at the fleshy inner curve of his arm with her fingernails until he released her. "Whatever is the matter with the girl?" Ariel asked the empty hallway. "I'm not falling for your Prince Charming act." She didn't back away, though she very much wanted to. "Act?" Smooth as cream. "Am I not your handsome prince, ready to save you from this mundane existence?" "I hadn't realized how badly you want your freedom." The corset helped put steel in her spine. Bertie felt very tall, very thin, and very much in control. "I'm sorry, Ariel, but players can't leave the theater, and there's nothing I can do to change that." "I don't believe you." The air warmed with the promise of a summer storm. What little distance there was between them disappeared as he stepped even closer. "Aren't you trying to change things so that you can stay?" Bertie opened her mouth to argue and realized he spoke the truth. "I see the lady is speechless, for once." His lips twitched with the faintest suggestion of a sneer as he permitted his gaze to come to rest on her cleavage. "Such a pity your intellect didn't blossom with the rest of you." Mrs. Edith had told her once that the costume made the character, but only now did Bertie understand what she'd meant. The corset was dainty, demure, pinstriped, and it wanted her to slap Ariel across the face. But Bertie was more than the sum of her clothing, so she cocked her arm and punched him as hard as she could in the stomach.